Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be discussing some Liverpool transfer targets. So firstly, Jeremy Frimpong. This deal is pretty much done. He's going to cost 35 to 40 million euros, I believe, with add-ons. That's a complete bargain for a player of this guy's quality. He's fast, he's energetic, he's got a great motor on him. He goes up and down that right flank. For Bayer Leverkusen, we've really seen him play in that advanced position. He's really been a right winger. Um, a lot of Liverpool fans want to play him at right back, and it's a position we've seen him play before, but it's not something that he has been doing. He's predominantly been playing that right wing back role for Bayer Leverkusen. He's an explosive player. He loves to take his man on. He's very direct, very good ball carrier. And an important thing he does, and aspect that Mo Salah and a support that Mo Salah has been really missing the last couple of years, is that overlap. He's going to willingly overlap Mo Salah, so it's going to be very difficult for defenses to double, triple team Mo Salah and provide Mo Salah more space to operate in and to do damage. So that's one aspect that he's going to provide. He's a decent cross of the ball. He's not Trent Alexander-Arnold. Nobody in the world is as good as Trent Alexander-Arnold in terms of his quality of ball, but he's up there with some of the best in the world, and that's all that matters. A weakness of his is his defense. I think he's got all the athleticism, all the physical capabilities of being a great defender. He's fast, he's explosive, he's an athlete, He's got all the physical attributes. For him, it's the understanding of the game, the IQ, his positioning, his body positioning, to prevent crosses from coming in. It's those aspects of his game that he needs to work on. And it's going to be very interesting because Conor Bradley has just renewed his contract. So it's going to be interesting to see how those two are going to compete for that spot. But we don't know how Frimpong's going to be utilised at Liverpool. Maybe he might be a right winger, a backup for Mo Salah. Maybe, we might start off games in one formation and we might use Frimpong as a right wing back. We never know. Arne Slot is a guy who makes a lot of adjustments. He likes to play to his players' strengths. He's a smart coach, so I trust him to be utilised correctly. But it's an unbelievable signing to start off our transfer window. And he's a very promising player. He's a winner. He won for Bayer Leverkusen, an integral part of it. He puts very good numbers up. So a very, very positive signing. And look, he's not going to take time to acclimatise. There's some Dutch internationals in our squad. He's come through the Manchester City academy, so playing in England isn't a new concept to him. So he's going to settle in very well. He's a very good signing, and yeah, hopefully that deal can be done sooner than later. Next up, Florian Wirtz. When we got linked to this guy, I was very surprised. Very, very surprised. Because he's a signing that we're not really linked with. We're really linked with the unproven players with something to prove. You look at the Mo Salahs we bought for 30 million, Sadio Mane, even McAllister, Gravenberg, Robertson, even Virgil van Dijk to an extent. These guys are players with something to prove. These guys are, they're on the preface of, reaching a very good level, but they're still not at that level yet. And at Liverpool, they develop into world-class players. That's our structure. That's our model. Florian Wirtz is one of the best 10s in the world, if not the best 10 in the world. That's how good he is. He's a profile midfielder we've never seen at Liverpool before. He loves to take on his defender. He lives for those one-on-ones. Skillful, technical. His ability to play through balls. He's probably the best through ball passer in the world. He's extremely talented, very good at tight spaces, clever one-touch passes around the box, inventive, creative. He's just your dream number 10. Everything you think of about our number 10, he's everything. He's that good. And to compare him to contemporaries like Musiala, a guy on his same team on a national level, I believe Florian Wirtz is a better player than Musiala. Musiala got all the talent in the world, can take 3-4 players on at the same time, but I believe Florian Wirtz is a better decision maker. He's got a higher IQ of the game. He puts better numbers up. He's more of a threat. He makes others better around him, and he might not have the greatest work rate in terms of tracking back defensively, running for 90 minutes like a Szoboszlai, but he does win the ball back in the final third. And that's something Liverpool, thrive off. So he would be a great fit with Liverpool. And if we sign him, my vision would be that we would play a 4-2-4 with Szoboszlai and Wirtz playing as the two strikers, and then Gravenberch and McAllister playing as the two midfielders behind them. And it's going to be interesting to see how Szoboszlai is going to be used in this Liverpool squad. I think Szoboszlai offers everything Trent does in terms of his ability to shoot from long range, his ability to cross from the right-hand side, his ability to, play long-range passes. Trent, to be honest, loves to occupy the positions that Dominic Szoboszlai occupies. So we haven't really seen the best of Dominic Szoboszlai. And hopefully he occupies that, right-hand side of the midfield and can get his numbers up, can be more of a threat offensively, especially now that Trent left. Right, he can replace that Trent role to an extent. But on to Florian Wirtz, man. Unbelievable signing. Do I think we're going to make this signing? Not too sure. Apparently his family met up with Liverpool representatives or something like that. So it's not like Liverpool are completely out of the race. We're clearly interested in this player. So we'll see what's going to happen. Next up, Adam Walton. What a player. I mean, the FA Cup final yesterday, unbelievable performance, man. I watched a lot of this guy's, clips, games and things like that. He is so comfortable on the ball. He's aware of what's going on around him. He understands space. He doesn't dribble into space. He doesn't go into danger. He evades danger. He is so smart. He understands what's going on around him, and his passing range is criminally underrated. That left foot of his is special. He has a great range of passing, good weight of passing. He's a very gifted footballer, and he's a very complete footballer. He plays the game at a walking pace. He knows his IQ of the game is unbelievable. He's not afraid to get into a slide tackle and be aggressive, do the gritty work of the game, do the dirty work of the game. A midfield of him, Gravenberch and McAllister is dangerous because all of them are technically gifted, technically secure, gifted footballers, can control games, That could be, one of the best midfields in the world, to be honest, in terms of quality. He's a special talent, man, and he's someone I would love to have at Liverpool because he's played in the Premier League. He understands the pace and the physicality. His ability to progress the ball in transition is great, and that's an asset that Liverpool love because we love to play in transition. We're one of the most frightening teams in transition. But he can also dictate and control games from deep. He can be special for Liverpool. But again, the price tag is going to be a big problem because Liverpool, we don't like to spend 120 million all the time on these types of players. Next signing, Kirkes. Look, Andrew Robertson hasn't been the greatest for us this season. It looks like he's physically declined. He hasn't given us the same output offensively this year. He's made some mistakes defensively, not the same one-on-one defender he used to be. I still believe that Robbo can be a part of our group in terms of the overall squad as a backup, but he just can't be a starting left back anymore. And this is where Kirkes comes into place. a young fullback with a great delivery, a great motor, fast, quick, bombs up and down that left flank. Loves to take on his defender. I think he's a perfect fit for Liverpool in terms of profile, in terms of quality. He's young, so he can even develop. He can be an unbelievable signing for us. And I think this is a very likely signing because his price range is around the 40 to 45 million range. That's perfect for Liverpool. That's the most Liverpool type of signing I've ever seen. But similar to Jeremy Frimpong, his weakness is his defense. I think he's a better defender than Jeremy Frimpong in terms of his one-on-one defense, but he does like to bomb forward and likes to leave space in behind. So his defensive IQ needs to improve. His understanding of the game needs to improve, and hopefully Arne Slot can coach that into him, similar to a Jeremy Frimpong, because this kid has the physical, traits as well. He's quick, he's fast. In today's game, I mean, if you have those two things, you can become a great defender. So again, he can be a very promising signing, and he's a signing we're probably going to make. And it's going to be interesting. It's a very interesting era for Liverpool. It's going to be a very fun transfer window for Liverpool because we really haven't been active the last 2 summers, and this summer we want to retain that Premier League. So we're going to do everything we can in our power to retain that Premier League. And for us to, be great next season, you need to bring new faces in, you need to bring new signings in, and we need to, fill the void that Trent left. A lot of Liverpool fans don't like Trent right now. I completely understand, but he was a massive part of our creativity. You look at the EFL Cup, the Carabao Cup final against Newcastle. We looked like we were out of ideas for the majority of that game, and Trent wasn't playing. It's no coincidence. We need a creative outlet. We need fullbacks who can create. And we're targeting the right players. Hopefully we can sign them. It's very exciting to be a Liverpool fan right now. And we'll see what's going to happen in the future. Subscribe, like, comment, do all of those things. And see you guys.